Yo, what's going on you guys? RBG here, hitting you with another update on Transformers Rise of the Beast. Things are on the up and up with this particular project. We're starting to see the dust kick up with all the different leaks, and eventually those leaks will manifest into an all-out meteor tornado, which I for one am excited about. Like, it's cool to see leaked images of the toys and CG renders, but nothing beats seeing them in motion, so I cannot wait to see Paramount and Hasbro kick things into gear for promos and commercials. But guys, before we jump into today's topic, I want you to do me the biggest favor and hit that thumbs up button. Yeah, I know it's annoying to get that request at the very beginning of the video, but YouTube's algorithm encourages it. So if you rock with your boy and you know I'm gonna hit you with that awesome content, smash the like button. And if by any chance you make it to the end of the video and it felt like you just wasted your time, feel free to take that like back and give it a dislike. Just rate the video. But yeah, as I was saying guys, I think things are starting to pick up on the leaks. I mean, I gotta be honest with you, some of these leaked promos have been downright atrocious. Like, I don't know who in their right mind would think to put 3D models of the Autobots on some UGG boots. I'm not sure if Hasbro is trying something new and want this thing to appeal to a lot of people, even those with a horrible fashion sense, or they've just lost their mind. Whatever the case may be, I'm just glad we can use those little experiments of theirs to see how our favorite characters will look for the upcoming film. Speaking of looks, we gotta look at our boy Optimus Primal's 3D render for his upcoming Smash Changer toy. And to be fair, I think this image was used for another toy that went under another name. We've been seeing this a lot with all the different figures coming for this movie, with the most notorious one being this version of Optimus Prime, who was also part of the Smash Changer gimmick toy line, which I gotta say, these look way better than the ones that launched with the Age of Extinction run. I stand on my opinion that the robot designs for TF4 and TF5 weren't made with practicality or transforming in mind, which is why we rarely saw any on-screen transformations for those characters. And when we did see someone transform, all the different vehicle parts would weirdly disappear as opposed to synchronize into place. This is why when you see toys for AOE Optimus Prime, he looks a lot thicker and different from his movie counterpart. But thankfully, the toys for Rise of the Beast look a lot better, and there are heavy indications that the design team are taking it back to those detailed transformations we got with the earlier Bay films. Even though the Smash Changers are some of the most simplistic kid-friendly toys, the Rise of the Beast Optimus Prime toy still has a little detail to his transformation, and his robot proportions look more pleasing to the eyes than the Age of Extinction version. But yeah guys, as I was saying, we have indeed seen this box art for Optimus Primal on some of the evergreen products such as the Titan Changers toy we got for him, which is another example of Hasbro repurposing these things as opposed to just letting them sit there and collect dust until the movie drops. I know some of you are probably saying that it could simply be a highly detailed design for the typical Beast Wars Optimus Primal package, but I don't remember Beast Wars Primal having green eyes. I also want to point out that the Maximal logo design looks fairly similar to the one we saw on the Optimus Primal face mask that was leaked a while ago. Not sure if I'm reaching with these little details, but it just seems to me that Hasbro is working smarter as opposed to harder. They've already been pushing the Beast era alumni heavily in other things such as the Combiner Wars and War for Cybertron promos. And since we know that Transformers Rise of the Beast's release is right around the corner, it's a no-brainer for them to just reuse things with a different name slapped on it. They're gonna make money from it now, and they're definitely gonna make even more money once the official marketing campaign for TF Rise of the Beast kicks into gear. Now, regarding what I think about this 3D render of Primal, I think it looks really good based on what we're being presented on this package. And what I mean by this is the fact that this image is obviously a lower scaled version of what his beast mode will look like in the actual film. Almost in every tie-in product related to the movie, whether it be a toy, poster, commercial, and even video game cinematics, the character models pale in comparison to what we see in the movie, which is smart because it costs a lot of money to create and animate these CGI characters. So they're obviously going to be lacking in detail compared to how they look in these films. In my opinion, there's no need to make them look super real and boast all this good lighting and shadows. I'd say the only promotions that we did get that had all of those things in mind were the commercials in Transformers The Last Knight. There was obviously a lot of money put into those ads, but even those character models don't quite look as detailed. So yeah, this model will look a lot greater in film. Given the fact that he has green eyes, I think it's safe to assume that others from the Maximal faction will also have them. And I think that's a great design choice because it separates and makes their faction look distinctive from others such as the Autobots. That's something that I think the movies have been doing an excellent job with, always making each team have different eye colors. This is what made characters such as Lockdown stand out to me. Like, people forget that he was neither an Autobot nor Decepticon. he was a mercenary. So yeah, these eyes make it apparent to who belongs where. But anyways, in regards to the overall design, I think Primal's gonna look really good in motion. As some of you are aware, the VFX team Motion Pictures Company, also known as MPC, are gonna be working exclusively on the CGI for the Beast characters. They're the same team that worked on the visual effects for the live-action Jungle Book movie and 2019 Lion King remake, so Paramount has undoubtedly picked the right team to bring these characters to life on the big screen. Like, you just know characters like Optimus Primal are going to be moving realistically while he's in his beast mode. I'm hoping we see him and the other Maximals fight while they're in these forms too, as opposed to strictly doing it in robot mode, because that's the advantage they have over the G1 Autobots. They actually can defend themselves in multiple ways as opposed to just running them over in car mode. But anyways, I know you guys have been wondering about the cast for the robots who will be starring alongside the humans in Rise of the Beast. So far, we've already got confirmations of castings for both the versions of Optimus. We know that Paramount will for sure be bringing back Peter Cullen to reprise his role as Optimus Prime. And I say for sure because if you aren't aware, Optimus Prime was initially recasted in Bumblebee before Paramount brought Peter Cullen back. The lines were already recorded by a mystery actor, but as fate would have it, they would change their mind and bring Peter back to voice movie Optimus. I remember during a TF convention, Peter mentioned that when they brought him back, he had to record his lines in the same cadence as the previous actor because the lines were already recorded along with facial movements to this mystery actor's performance. Peter Cullen didn't say who it was that was initially casted to play Optimus Prime before him, but I have a nagging suspicion that it was John Bailey because he tweeted that it was his voice you hear in the commercial where Optimus sends out a message to Bumblebee in the forest with Charlie. He also voiced Optimus in Combiner Wars, so Hasbro and Paramount probably thought it would be a good idea to bring him back for this new continuity, but they ended up just getting him to provide his voice for Shockwave instead. Now on the other hand, they did manage to get someone else to reprise their role as Optimus from the Combiner Wars show, and that's Ron Perlman. He's going to be providing his voice for the big Robo-Ape in the live-action version as well. And I'm not going to lie to you guys, I'm still a bit bummed that we're not getting Gary Chalk back for this. I thought it'd be a no-brainer since he's widely known for that role and he was just featured in the first Sonic film, which is another movie produced by Paramount. But for whatever reason, they didn't think to get him on board to play Optimus Primal, a role that he hasn't played in over 20 years. So unfortunately, if you were looking forward to seeing how Gary Chalk's boisterous and militant Primal messes with Peter Cullen's stoic and powerful Prime voice, you're not going to get that in this film. But I have no doubt that Ron Perlman is going to bring his A game in Transformers Rise of the Beast. But anyways, on the human side of things, we obviously have Anthony Ramos, who was tapped for the film in April of last year, and we have Dominique Fishback, who signed on to co-star just weeks later. The actors, who are both from Brooklyn, have been friends and colleagues in the entertainment business for more than 5 years, and they will star in this movie as archaeologists in 1994 Brooklyn, who find themselves involved in an ancient conflict between the three factions of Transformers. As for other Transformers for the Autobot and Maximal factions, former Saturday Night Live star Pete Davidson will voice the character Mirage, and Michelle Yeoh, who starred in Everything Everywhere All at Once, will voice the character Airazor. Their casting announcement came in last week via a post from the official Transformers Twitter account, which was made right after the director Stephen Caple Jr. shared videos on Instagram showing behind-the-scenes footage of both actors recording dialogue for their roles.
So behind the scenes of Transformers 7.
And as you heard out of the director's mouth, he called the movie Transformers 7. And I have to point this out because I occasionally get complaints about me titling my videos Transformers 7. Admittedly, I know this is confusing to some of you because I know you're more so invested in the continuity side of things. You want to know if Paramount will ever greenlight a direct follow-up to The Last Knight, which is called Transformers 5. Until they do, you'll never consider anything to be TF6 or 7. And that's perfectly fine, but it still doesn't negate the fact that Paramount has released 6 TF films, which include Bumblebee, and Rise of the Beast will be the 7th once it drops. This is why I title my videos as such, and this is why the director said behind the scenes of Transformers 7. So hopefully that clears things up for you guys. Now, in regards to the 2 cast reveals, I'm digging them. I wasn't really the biggest fan of Baby Mirage because it felt so unnecessary to give him a French accent and a different name, all because a company wanted the studio to. A character's identity shouldn't be compromised just to feature a flashy car as his alt mode. I'm just saying. And yes, I know Mirage's identity still isn't all the way intact in this movie because he's using someone else's alt mode. jazz. But since his OG vehicle mode isn't street legal, it was necessary to change it to something else. He's obviously going to have a lot of comedic charm to him since Pete Davidson is voicing him, and he's going to be a cool character since we finally get to see an accurate representation of his powers in live action form, because we really didn't see that in Dark of the Moon. In regards to Michelle Yeoh getting the role of Airazor, I think she'll do just fine. I loved her as Ying Nan in Shang-Chi, and since she's known for playing female characters who specialize in Kung Fu, I have a nagging suspicion that the writers will implement that into Airazor's fighting style. But with all that said, I'm gonna go ahead and conclude this video. Let me know what your thoughts on this news. Are you digging the 3D render of Optimus Primal like I am? And what do you think of the recently revealed Autobot and Maximal voice cast members? Let me know down in the comments below. As always, I ask you to like or dislike the video. It doesn't have to be a thumbs up, it can be a thumbs down. But if you really enjoyed the video, I'd appreciate it if you shared with all your friends and family members on all the different social media outlets. Sharing is caring. But anyways guys, this is your boy RBG signing out on another video. I'll catch you guys later. Peace out. As a successful YouTube user, I often get questions asking what I use to get my videos tons of views. And the answer to that is TubeBuddy. This thing has helped me take my channel to the next level in ways I never imagined. It's a browser extension that helps new and experienced YouTubers grow fast and optimize their channels. I've been using this extension for years and it's constantly getting updated with new features, like the SEO tool that helps me come up with the perfect title, description, and tags to get more people to click on my videos. It even provides you with analytics beside your videos to see how much traffic your video is generating from various social media sites. The extension is absolutely free, but as a special offer, we're giving a 50% discount for channels that have less than 1,000 subscribers that purchase the Pro upgrade. All you have to do is enter in the code RisingStarBuddy. So if you're interested in starting a YouTube channel or taking your content to the next level, download the extension now. You can do so by clicking on this link that'll be provided in the description of this video.